your person has been sending silent prayers and pleas out into the universe, asking for guidance and intervention when it comes to this connection. Deep within their heart, there is a yearning for a new beginning with you, one that feels fresh and pure, unburdened by the heaviness of the past. What they long for is not just the chance to start over, but also the inner strength and confidence to fully pursue it this time. They know that in the past they may have hesitated, allowed fear to take control, or become distracted by things that ultimately did not matter, but now their spirit is restless with desire for another chance. They are asking the universe to open a door for them, to allow them to return into your life in a way that feels honest, vulnerable, and meaningful. More than anything, they want the opportunity to show you how deeply they feel, to prove through action and expression the depth of their emotions that perhaps went unspoken before. Despite the passing of time, whether months or even years, the bond they feel toward you has not diminished. In fact, they often marvel at how strong the pull toward you remains. The love, passion, and emotional fire that sparked when you first connected still burns brightly within them, refusing to fade with distance or silence. They recognize this as something rare and extraordinary, something that cannot be replicated or ignored. For them, this is not just a fleeting attraction or a simple memory, it is an eternal flame that continues to light their thoughts and dreams. Yet, they also see you now in a very different light. In their eyes, you embody the energy of the Queen of Swords, powerful, self-aware, and unafraid to cut away anything that no longer serves you. They know you have walked away from situations, including this one, not because you lacked love, but because you recognized the importance of self-respect and emotional peace. They remember how exhausting and toxic things became between you both at times, how misunderstandings, emotional imbalance, or unhealthy cycles began to weigh heavily on the connection. And though it pained you, you chose to let go rather than continue to carry the weight of a dynamic that was draining you. To them, this act of release was not weakness but strength, and they admire you for it. From their perspective, you are someone who has faced challenges and upheavals in life with grace and maturity. You do not linger in blame or resentment, instead, you rise above circumstances and take responsibility for your own growth. They see you as someone who is self-sufficient, wise, and resilient, a person who knows how to transform pain into wisdom and endings into new beginnings. In many ways, they feel that you are a mirror of what they aspire to become. Your person, however, has lived much of their life caught in a different world. For a long time, they were drawn to material success, external appearances, and the validation that comes with money, image, or social standing. These pursuits gave them a false sense of strength, a feeling of being in control and admired, but in truth, they left them emotionally unfulfilled. They were taught to believe that success, status, or the mask of popularity defined their worth, especially as a masculine figure. This illusion kept them trapped, bound to karmic cycles and superficial attachments. Even when their heart whispered that something was missing, they silenced it, convincing themselves that external success was more important than inner truth. But then, they met you. And everything began to shift. Being in your presence awakened feelings they had long buried or perhaps never truly experienced before. Emotions that had been suppressed came rising to the surface, longing, tenderness, vulnerability, and even fear of losing something so precious. No matter how much they tried to control these emotions, they could not. The connection you shared felt spiritual, almost otherworldly, and they could not deny that there was something far greater at play than physical attraction or temporary interest. You illuminated their inner world, showing them that love is not weakness but strength, that vulnerability is not a flaw but a gift. Yet, even with this awakening, they felt torn. Part of them remained bound to their old world, where money and image dictated choices. They may have stayed in karmic situations because of financial ties or the fear of losing what they had built materially. This inner conflict left them feeling trapped, as though they were living two lives, the life that looked good on the outside but felt hollow inside, and the life their soul yearned for, the one connected to you. The more they tried to ignore the pull toward you, the more restless they became, until they could no longer deny that the love they feel is real, unshakable, and destined. You became the mirror that revealed the truth of their existence. Through you, they began to see how shallow their old pursuits were and how much they had been avoiding their emotional needs. You shed light on their lifestyle, their priorities, and the illusions they clung to. It was not always a comfortable revelation, but it was necessary. You showed them that true strength is not about how much money one makes, how many people admire them, or how much power they appear to hold. It is about authenticity, emotional honesty, and the courage to love openly. Now, as they look back, they see you as the one who awakened their soul. And because of that, they continue to plead with the universe for another chance. They long for the opportunity to step forward differently this time, not as someone trapped by material illusions, but as someone ready to embrace the emotional and spiritual bond you share. They dream of proving to you that the love they carry is real and that this connection is worth the effort, no matter how much time has passed. My divine feminine, without you in my life all I see is darkness, an endless night that refuses to lift. I have to confess that not a single day passes without you occupying my thoughts. Morning to night, your presence lingers in my mind, haunting me in the most beautiful yet unbearable way. My heart becomes heavy with emotions I can't always put into words, waves crashing all at once, sometimes calm, sometimes violent, but always present. There are moments I blame you for how I feel, moments where I resent the depth of this pull between us. Yet deep within, I know that my anger is only a mask for my love. The truth is simple, though painful, I love you in ways I cannot fully explain. This loss of control terrifies me. I was someone who always prided myself on composure, on keeping my heart guarded and my emotions restrained. But with you, everything's shattered. No matter how hard I try, I cannot get you off my mind. I've attempted to disconnect, to sever the tie and convince myself that life would return to normal if only I walked away. Sometimes I succeed for a little while, I distract myself, bury my thoughts in meaningless things, and tell myself I am free. But it never lasts. The connection always returns, stronger and fiercer than before, as if it refuses to let me go. When I claimed I was at peace, when I told you I had moved on, I was lying. I lied to you, but even more, I lied to myself. Pretending I was over you felt easier than facing the truth, but in reality, nothing works. Nothing dulls the ache. Nothing silences the constant echo of your presence in my heart. I have tried to convince myself that our connection is temporary, that with time it will fade like a passing storm. But the more I try to let go, the more it grows, taking root in the deepest part of me. I knew from the beginning that there was something different about us, something sacred. And perhaps that is why I ran. I ran as fast as I could because what I felt for you was stronger than anything I had ever experienced. I sensed that if I surrendered to it fully, there would be no turning back. You broke through walls I thought were indestructible, reaching places in me I had never allowed anyone to touch. To let you in was to risk everything I thought I knew about myself. There was no way I could allow anyone else to get as close as you did. There was no way I could love another as I love you. Before you, love was something abstract, something controllable, something I thought I could manage and keep neatly in its place. But with you, love became raw, uncontainable, and utterly consuming. I never knew love could feel so pure, so transparent, until I met you. It wasn't just affection or desire, it was as if you awakened a forgotten part of my soul. Before our connection, I believed I had everything under control. My heart was guarded, my emotions carefully restrained. I knew how to numb myself, how to hide, how to deny feelings when they became inconvenient. I wore masks so well that even I believed them. I thought strength meant never being vulnerable, never letting anyone too close. But then came you. You saw through every mask, every defense. You loved me in a way that made it impossible to hide. And for the first time, I realized how deeply terrifying and beautiful it is to be truly seen. Even now, I wrestle with myself. Part of me still longs for the safety of control, for the comfort of detachment. I thought that if I ended the connection, if I convinced myself it was over, I could return to the calm and emptiness that once defined my life. But the truth is, I cannot return. The very idea of life without you feels hollow, meaningless, as though I would only be existing rather than truly living. You have changed me in ways I can never undo. Every attempt to numb my feelings only leaves me more aware of their intensity. Every effort to run only brings me back to you with even greater force. I don't think it's possible for me to escape this. You are etched into me, my thoughts, my dreams, my very spirit. And while part of me resists, another part knows that this connection was never meant to be forgotten or dismissed. It was meant to transform me, to strip away everything false so that I could finally face the truth of who I am and what I feel. I am left torn between fear and surrender. Fear of losing myself in this love, and surrender to the undeniable reality that I already have. Because no matter how I fight, I cannot deny that I love you more than I ever thought possible. I never believed love could be so raw, so vulnerable, so alive. And though it unsettles me, though it leaves me trembling with uncertainty, I also know I would never trade it for the emptiness I once carried. My divine feminine, you are my mirror and my fire. You are both my greatest fear and my deepest desire. Without you, I stumble through darkness, pretending to be whole. With you, I lose my control, but I find my truth. And perhaps that is the paradox I must live with, that in losing myself to you, I have finally found the purest, most transparent love I have ever known. This reading is especially directed toward those who currently find themselves in a period of no contact with their partner. The distance between you and them is not accidental, nor is it without reason. Right now, your partner is in a place of deep reflection and uncertainty. They are not fully content with their own life situation, and this dissatisfaction colors the way they see everything, including the relationship. In many ways, the silence is not simply about you, but about the struggles they are facing internally. They are questioning their own path, their direction, and what they truly want. At the same time, they are unsure of your feelings toward them in this present moment. Because you have shifted your energy inward, focusing on your own growth, healing, and life goals, they find it difficult to gauge whether you still hold the same affection for them. From their perspective, you appear strong, independent, and unwavering. They admire this about you, yet it also makes them hesitant. They see that you are not a woman who clings to people or situations that diminish your worth. To them, you radiate confidence, class, and high value. They know that if someone does not recognize your worth or treat you with the respect you deserve, you will not stay. This awareness is a powerful reminder to them of the kind of partner you are, someone who values respect in a relationship even more than love. For you, love alone is not enough. You understand that respect is the foundation that allows love to endure, that allows two people to grow together in harmony over time. Love may spark a connection, but it is respect that nourishes and sustains it, creating a bond that can weather both joy and hardship. As they watch you from afar, whether through small glimpses of your life, memories, or the energy you carry, they cannot help but notice your achievements and your continued growth. Your successes, both big and small, remind them of your potential and your determination. This recognition is bittersweet for them. On one hand, it fills them with pride and admiration. On the other, it stirs a sense of insecurity within them. They sometimes wonder if they are enough for you, if they can rise to the level they believe you deserve. This insecurity often triggers jealousy not because of who you are with, but because of how brightly you shine on your own. This jealousy, however, is not meant to destroy them, it is meant to guide them. It pushes them toward doing the inner work they have long avoided. They are being called to face their shadow side, the parts of themselves they prefer to hide, the fears and doubts that keep them from showing up fully in love. This period of separation is their opportunity to look within, to confront what has been left unresolved, and to grow into the partner you need and deserve. The journey is not an easy one, but there is no turning back from it. Once the process of awakening begins, it continues until transformation takes place. Despite their struggles, one truth remains clear: their feelings for you are unwavering. They crave your affection and long for your presence in a way that no one else could fulfill. To them, there is no substitute for the bond you share. They may try to imagine life with someone else, but deep down they know it is impossible. Their heart does not allow them to see anyone else in the same light. The love they hold for you is singular and unmatched. No amount of distraction or distance can erase it. What makes this journey significant is that your partner is not only holding on to their feelings for you but is also learning to release the burdens of the past. They are letting go of old wounds, old patterns, and old stories that no longer serve them. This release is essential because it clears the path for something new, a relationship grounded in honesty, respect, and mutual growth. The person they are becoming is someone more capable of meeting you where you are, someone who can stand beside you rather than behind you. For you, this period of no contact may feel confusing, heavy, or even lonely at times. Yet, it is also a time of empowerment. It reminds you of your strength, your independence, and the importance of holding to your values. By prioritizing yourself and your own life, you are not only sending a message to your partner but also affirming your worth to the universe. You are showing that you will not settle for less than what you deserve, and this stance only strengthens the energy between you. In many ways, this silence is not the end but a transition. It is a necessary pause that allows both of you to reflect, to grow, and to prepare for what may come next. Your partner is being asked to step up, to confront their insecurities, and to embody the respect and love you require. You, in turn, are being asked to continue shining, to trust in your journey, and to know that your worth has never gone unnoticed. At its core, this reading is a message of hope and transformation. Though the silence may feel heavy now, it is working in your favor. Your partner is not letting go of you, they are letting go of the past, once and for all. They are being guided to return with a clearer mind, a stronger heart, and a deeper respect for the bond you share. The love they carry for you is not fleeting, nor is it replaceable. It is a love that persists through distance, doubt, and time. And when they are ready, they will step forward, not as the person they once were, but as someone transformed, someone prepared to give you the respect, loyalty, and affection you have always known you deserve.